We are solving another past paper, Mathematics Syllabus D, Paper 1, May-June 2022, the second variant, which is 1-2. By now, you are familiar with all these instructions. So let's get started. Now, the first question is about basic math. So let me just write the basics. The first one is about a fraction. We have to add these fractions. So the LCM of 3 and 6 is 6. So let me write a 6 over here. This one remains as it is, but this 2 gets multiplied with 2. Why? 6 divided by 3 is 2. 2 into 2, this becomes 4. 4 plus 1 is 5. So the answer is 5 over 6. Let me write it over here. So that is 5 over 6. That is the first question. So 2/3 plus 1 over 6. The next question, actually the next part, that is 0.4 into 0.2. Let me write 0.4 as 4 over 10. Let me write 0.2 as 2 over 10. 4 into 2 is 8. 10 into 10 is 100. 8 divided by 100, that is 0.08. So I'll write both these, 8 over 100 or 0.08. So question number 1 is completed. By the way, let me first label over here the time that I'll be taking. So let me draw 4 lines, different colors, and then the third one, and then the fourth one. So we have started at approximately 2:30. Let's make it 2:30. That's the start time. That is the end time, the time taken in minutes, and the number of questions done, or the range. So let's see what time will we be taking for first few questions. Question number 2. This is about a pictogram. Pictures are given, and this is basic starts. So let me highlight it over here. So this is pictogram. The question says, Asha asked a group of students about their favorite fruit. The table and the pictogram shows some of the result. Fruit, frequency, apple, banana, orange, and melon. This is empty. Banana is filled up. Orange is empty. Melon is filled up. And it says the key is this circle represents 4 people. Complete the table and the pictogram. So first of all, banana is 4 plus 4 plus 4, that is 12. So let me write 12 over here. Similarly, melon, this is 4, and this is 3/4. So this is 1, 1, 1, which is 3. 4 plus 3 is 7. Now, what about the others? The others, I can fill it up. So apple is 8. So basically one circle, and then another circle, that is for apples. So just ignore my drawing because I'm not drawing it to scale. And orange is 5. So therefore, orange is one circle, that's 4, and a quarter circle like this. So let me just make it like this. Okay, and then like this. So that's a quarter circle. So that's for orange. This is 5. Write down the mode. So what does it mean? It means the highest frequency. So mode is the one with the highest frequency. And in some cases, it's also the highest probability. That is banana. So the mode is banana. So basically, we name the category, and that is banana. Question number 3. This question looks like coordinates and symmetry. So let me write both the names. So that is coordinates, coordinate geometry, and symmetry. Now the question says A and B are the vertices of a quadrilateral. So this is A, this is B. Line L is the line of symmetry. So this is the line of symmetry like this. Find the coordinates of the other 2 vertices of the quadrilateral. That means the distance from A to this line should be the same as over here. So this should be the other one. So let me mark this point. So for A, this is the other point. And what about B? This is like half a unit diagonally. So half a unit this way. This is the other one. So therefore, the other one is right over here. Find the coordinates of the other two lines of symmetry. We have to write it out. So let me write this thing as A prime. Let me write this thing as B prime. That's for my labeling. A prime is 3, 4. So this is 3, 4. That's one thing. And the other one is 4, 2. That's the other one. So these two coordinates are also found. Question number 4. This looks like a question of temperature difference. These are the usual questions related to temperature or the height difference. The temperature inside Luke house is 18 degrees Celsius. The temperature outside is -3. Find the difference. So 18 minus -3, that comes out to be 21. The temperature difference is 21. Luke's thermometer measures the temperature correct to the nearest degree. So not only it's a question of temperature difference, it's also about limits of accuracy, which is upper bound, lower bound. So now Luke's temperature measure the temperature correct to the nearest degree, the nearest integer. So we have to add and subtract 0.5. At midnight, the thermometer measures the temperature outside as -6 degrees Celsius. Find the upper bound of the temperature. Now, first of all, -6, if I add plus 0.5, that is -5.5. And if I subtract 0.5, that is -6.5. So now this is obtained by addition. That means this is the upper bound, and naturally this is the bigger value. So they're only asking for the upper bound. So therefore the answer is -5.5. And if they would have asked for the lower bound value is -6.5. Next question. This question is about scale drawing. So now I have this limitation that I cannot use scale on iPad. So this is scale drawing, and what else is there? And the bearing. The scale drawing shows the position of two villages, A and B. The scale drawing is 1 centimeter to 2 kilometer. So the question being asked is this: the scale is 1 to 2. Find the actual distance between the villages. So what we do is that we join these 2 points from A to B like this. And then we take a compass. We put one compass point on A like this, the other one on B. And then we use a ruler, and maybe one point goes over here, the other goes over here. So this is like AB. And this is the distance that is measured in centimeters. 1 centimeter is 2 kilometers. Let's say, I'm just taking a rough guess. So maybe this is like 6 centimeter, maybe. So maybe if it's like 6 centimeters, so I'll say 6 centimeter is 6 into 2, which is 12 kilometers. So this is just an approximation. This is not exact. This is just an approximation because I don't have a scale. Now it says measure the bearing of B from A. So now B from A, that means I should measure this thing, B from A. So I have to measure this thing like this. So this looks like an acute angle. And I'll just put a protractor over here, and I'll label this thing. I'll use this protractor. I'll measure this thing, and I can read off this value. So whatever this angle is, that answer will be written over here. So now let me go to the mark scheme and just have a look. So this is question number 5, I think. So this is question 5. And these are the answers. 18.2 to 19, that means that distance might be around 8.5 centimeters. And 071, 075 degrees, that makes perfect sense. The reason being this angle is acute over here. So this is like more than 45, less than 90. So that is like 75 degrees or something like that. So this is approximately 75 degrees, and this in reality was 8.5 centimeter. And then we not round it off, we convert it by multiplying with 2. So that comes out to be 19 kilometers. Now this question is about either simple interest or compound. So this is simple interest. Now, before I get started, let me write down the formula. Simple interest is P R T over 100. P stands for the principal value, the amount that you invest. R stands for the rate, and T stands for the time period. Make sure the rate is according to the time period. What do I mean by that? The account pays a simple interest at a rate of 1.5% per year. Therefore, the time period has to be in years. That is a must. This 100 is basically for this percentage. That's already taken care of. And this 250 is the principal. So principal is 250. And the rate is 1.5%. And the time period is 4 years. And we are interested in the total amount of interest. We are just interested in I. So therefore, the working is pretty simple. I is equals to 250 into R, which is 1.5 into 4 divided by 100. Now keep in mind, this is a paper 1 question. So first of all, get rid of the zeros. Second, 1.5 into 4, that is 6. That's one approach. The other approach is take this 4, take this 25. 4 into 25, that's 100. So that's 100 into 1.5 over 10. Again, cancel out the 0 with the 0. So 1.5 into 10, that is $15. That is the answer. That's how coolly you should be playing with it. Question number 7. Now, listen to the tone in which I'm teaching. I'm not hurrying it. I have to teach you this whole paper. I have to explain this thing in great detail. Still, I'm not hurrying it. That means I have all the time in the world, provided I have my concepts clear. So now, question number 7, what is it? Question number 7 looks like it's about area. So it's 2D mensuration. Now the question says the area of the rectangle is 9. The area of the triangle is 85 millimeters square. Calculate the shaded. So it's just basic subtraction, but naturally you have to take care of units. So this is area, 2D mensuration, and it is also about conversion of units. Now your choice, whether you work from centimeter square or in millimeter square. Let's see which one is more convenient. 1 centimeter is 10 millimeter. And if I square both sides, then what do I get? 1 centimeter square is 100 millimeter square. I think I don't want to work in decimals. I want to work with a lot of zeros. So let me convert centimeter square into millimeter square. So 9 centimeters square is 900 millimeters square. So far, so good. The next step is 900 minus 85. This comes out to be 815. What is the conversion? Millimeter square. But we need the answer in centimeter square. So going this way is multiplying by 100. Coming back the other way is dividing by 100. So 815 millimeters square is 8.15 centimeters square. That's how I have done this question. Question number 8. This is a question of polygons. So let me write the title. I'm even writing down the title. So polygons. The diagram shows a pentagon. Find the value of A. So first of all, the sum of any polygon, irrespective of whether it's regular or irregular, it's n minus 2 into 180. In this case, n is 5. So that's 5 minus 2 into 180. That's 3 into 180, which is 540. In other words, all these 5 angles, A, 95, 110, 125, 65, should all add up to 540. So let me first add up 110, and then I have 125, and then I have 95, I have 65. Let me add in pieces. So 5 over there, 160, and 110 plus 120, that's 230. So this is 235. Now let me add these two. So 235 plus 60, 295, 395. No, 235 plus 160. Yeah, that's 395. So now this thing is there. And therefore, if I make A the subject, so A plus 395 is 540. A is 395 minus 540. So that's 540 and 400. That's 140, 145. So this is 145. That's the answer for this part. Now this thing is all good, all clear. Question number 9. This is a question of number pattern. So let me write this down. So this is number pattern. Now the question says pattern 1, pattern 2, pattern 3. And it's all about the number of counters. So this is 5, this is 8, this is 11. These two needs to be filled up. Is the difference constant? 5 till 8, that's a difference of plus 3. A difference of plus 3, yes, the difference is constant. So 11 plus 3, that comes out to be 14, and 14 plus 3, that comes out to be 17. It's an AP, an arithmetic progression. Find an expression in terms of n. So the formula is Tn is A plus n minus 1 into D. That is for AP, arithmetic series, arithmetic progression. So therefore, Tn is A, which is 5, n minus 1 is n minus 1. Common difference is 3. That's the second term minus the first term. 5 plus 3n minus 3, that is 3n plus 2. That is your Tn. That's the term formula. Now in part C, it says Shani has 100 counters. So this person is Shani. He has 100 counters. She uses some of the counters to make pattern 20. She uses all the remaining counter to make pattern K. Find the value of K. Nice question. So first of all, when n is 20, that's the diagram number. So T20 is 3 into 20 plus 2, 60 plus 2 is 68. 62, not 68. Therefore, the difference is 100 minus 62, that is 38. Now, Tn is 38. What would be the diagram number? What would be the pattern number? So basically, we are looking for Tk is 38. So Tk is 3k plus 2 is 38. 3k is equals to 36. K comes out to be 36 over 3, which is 12. That means if another diagram is drawn, another pattern is drawn, that would be the 12th pattern of the series. Question number 10. This looks like a fraction question, but a nice one. So this is like a ratio question. Instead of fraction, let's call it ratio. Now the thing is, a bag contains red, blue, and green balls. So there is red, there is blue, and there is green ball. So let me just remove this color and let me make it purple. So now these are the three kinds of balls we have, and the ratio of red is to blue is 3:8. So this is red, this is blue, this is 3, and this is 8. The ratio of green to blue is 2:5. So the ratio of green to blue is 2:5. Now work out the fraction of the balls that are blue. Now we are looking for fraction, but the problem is we have a relation between red and blue. We have a relation between green and blue. We don't have direct relation for all three. So what we do is that let me use the concept of LCM. If I focus on the blue, that's 8 and 5. So the LCM of 8 and 5 is 40. So therefore, first of all, red is to blue, and then blue is to green. So if I write 3:8, and if I multiply by 5, this is 15 and 40. And blue to green, that's 5 and 2. If I multiply by 8, this is 40 and 16. Now we can create a difference. This 40 is common. Therefore, this is for red, this is for green, and we are looking for blue. So how many blues are there? That is 40 divided by 15 plus 40 plus 16. So 15 plus 40 plus 16, it adds up to 40 plus 31, which is 71. So this answer is 40/71. So that's a very nice conceptual question related to a ratio. So that is about the blue color, and that's how this question is completed. Now, question number 11, this is about construction. So question 11 is about construction. So let me write this down. Construction using a compass, a ruler, a protractor if needed. Now it says, using a straight edge and compasses only, construct the bisector of angle PSR. So this is P, this is S, this is R. We need to bisect this. So the now rule is pretty simple. That is, draw an arc like this. Let me actually draw it this way. So I've drawn an arc, actually a better one. And once the arc is drawn, so it doesn't seem very nice. Okay. Once the arc is drawn, place your compass over here. Draw an arc like this. Place it over here. Draw an arc like this. Now join the points. When you join S with the intersection of this, that's the angle bisector. Let me draw it thinner like this. So this is just a rough diagram. Okay, now that is the first thing. Let me make it a little bit better. It goes like this. Okay, and let me just do a bit of cheating, and let me just make it like this. Okay, so now that's the angle bisector. The point P lies inside the quadrilateral, and it's closer to PS than to RS. So it's closer to PS than to RS. That means it should be somewhere over here, all along this thing. Shade the region in which X must lie. I think that's pretty basic. So let me shade it in red color. This is the region in which the point, what's the name of the point? X can lie. So now this is like this, and without lifting the pin, I'm shading this. And that's all about it. Of course, you don't have to shade it like this. You can just draw some crosses, something like that. So this is the shading that I've done over here. And that's how this is done. So now let me just erase the extra stuff. So make sure you are shading on the inside. That's why crosses are good enough for you. Okay. So that's the shading, that's done. So now question number 12. What is this question about? This is significant figures and estimation. So this is significant figures and estimation. First of all, write correct to three significant figures. So first of all, these zeros are insignificant. So this zero, this zero, this zero, that's insignificant. We start with 2, 0, 3, and the first significant one is this thing, which is 5 over here. Now 5 or greater than 5 changes the number. So therefore 203 will become 204, and the zeros in the beginning remain as it is, 0.00204. This is the one that was changed. So 203 actually became 204. So that is the significant figure thing. Now the question is the next one. Sorry, 2035, three significant figures, that's 204. All good. By writing each number correct to 1 SF, estimate the value. So let me write 3.93, 63.7, 0.425. Focus on second significant figure, second significant figure, second significant figure. So 3.93 becomes 4.0. And actually it just becomes 4. 63.7 becomes one significant figure. So 64 is 2, that is 60. And 0.425 actually becomes 0.4. So now let me multiply it out. That is square root of 4 into 60 divided by 0.4. So square root of 4 is 2 into 60. Division by 0.4, that is 4 over 10. That is 2 into 60 into 10 divided by 4. So 2 ones are, 2 twos are, 2 ones are, 2 30s are, 30 into 100, that is 300. That is the answer for this particular part. The next one, this is a question of indices and something about rational, irrational. So therefore, let me write it down. This is indices and irrational numbers. Evaluate root 9 into cube root of 64 square. Root 9 is 3. Cube root of 64 is 4 raised to power of 2. That can be written as 12 square, which is 144. That can be written as 3 square into 4 square, which is 9 into 16, which is also 144. Write down an irrational value of n which satisfies this inequality. So the value of n should lie between 4.5 and 5.5. Now we know that square root of 2 is 1.4142. Remember these values. Square root of 3 is 1.732. Square root of 4 is 2. Square root of 5 would be 2 point something. Square root of 6, I'm not sure. Square root of 7, not sure. Square root of 8. Square root of 9, that is 3. Square root of 10, that would be something greater than 3. And then square root of 11, let me go to 16. Square root of 4, square root of 16 is 4. So it has to lie between 4.5 and 5.5. That means square root of 25 is 5. Square root of 16 is 4. And I'm looking somewhere between 4.5 and 5.5. So I think best is to choose square root of 24, because that would be a little bit lesser than 5, and that would fall in this category. So write down an irrational value of n. So I'll write square root of 24. Okay, now let me just double check. This is question number 13. And sometimes even the most basic one take you by surprise. Now it simply says irrational number in the range 4.5 to 5.5. Okay, that makes sense. Coming back over here. Now question 14. This is about sizing it up. So basically it's about standard form. It's about conversion. It's about decimals. So it's a combo of all these things. Now, let me write 2000 as 2 into 1000, which is 2 times 10 raised to power of 3. Let me label this thing as A, this is B, this is C, this is D. 0.002, that is 2 divided by 1000. That is 2 into 10 raised to power of negative 3. Let me double check. So this is 1, 2, 3, negative 3. Perfect. This is 2 times 10 raised to power of minus 4. This is 2 times 10 raised to power of minus 2. Starting with the smallest. Which is the smallest in terms of the alphabets? Is it A, B, C, or D? So the smallest is C. Then the next one is B. Okay. So 10 to the power minus 4, 10 to the power minus 3, 10 to the power minus 2, which is D. And the biggest one is A. Now write the original thing, the original numbers. What are the original numbers? That's 2000. So A goes over here. That's 2000. And then B goes over here. And then C, that goes over here. And then D, that goes over here. So now this is easier for you to write it out. So the smallest is C. C is 2 into 10 raised to power of negative 4. The next one is 2 into 10 raised to power of negative 3. But that's written as 0.002. So write the original thing, 0.002. D is 2 times 10 raised to power of negative 2. A is 2000. That's how we have arranged in ascending order. Now part B, again, standard form. It says this is a calculation using numbers in standard form. Find the value of A and B. So A into 10 raised to power of negative 7 divided by 5 into 10 raised to power of B is equals to 4 into 10 raised to power of negative 16. So we will simplify over here. This is A, this is 5. That's good. Write this thing as A over 5. We will equate it to 4 very soon. And then we have 10 raised to power of negative 7, 10 raised to power of B. So this is 10 raised to power of negative 7, negative B. And then we will equate it to 10 raised to power of negative 16. So this equals to, let me write 4 over here. And I'm multiplying it with 10 raised to power of negative 16. Now, A over 5 equals to 4. 10 raised to this power equals to 10 raised to this power. So now just solve. So therefore, A over 5 equals to 4. Therefore, A comes out to be 20. All good. And then minus 7 minus B equals to minus 16. Minus B equals to minus 16 plus 7. That is minus 9. This is minus B. Therefore, B is plus 9. Therefore, B is plus 9. So that's how this question is done. Question number 15. And then I'll go and watch the clock. So let me write it over here. This is proportionality. So this is proportionality. Y is directly proportional to this thing. So this is kx minus 1 whole square. X is 5, y is 32. 32, k, x is 5, 5 minus 1 whole square. That is k, 4 square. That is k into 16. This is 32. Therefore, k comes out to be 2. Now I'll write y is equals to 2x minus 1 whole square. Find the value of y when x is minus 2. So this is 2 minus 1 whole square. This is 2 minus 3 whole square. This is 2 into 9, which comes out to be 18. So the answer over here is 18. So now I'll take a short break and I can do that even in between the exam, nothing to worry, maybe like 2 minutes. And before that, let me just go back and see the time is 3:04. So we started at 2:30. This is 3:04. The time taken is 34 minutes. And I have solved question 1 till 15. I've solved 15 questions. So now let me pause the recording. So now 15 questions are done. Let's do the rest in one shot. So now we have a question of graphs. So now let me label it. This is all about graphical solution of equation. The graph of y is equals to x cube over 5 minus 3x plus 2 is drawn on the grid. It's a cubic graph, and that's how the shape is drawn. By drawing a tangent, estimate the gradient of the curve at x is equals to -1. So this is -1. You will go up, touch this point, draw a line that is touching the curve at one point. So now let me draw a green line at this point. And this is a very thick line. Let me make it thinner. Okay. So let me move this line a bit. I think this is pretty good enough. So now let me choose 2 points on this line. So this is basically the working for part 1. This one point is very, very obvious, which is 1, 0. And the other point could be this point on which we have drawn the tangent, which is -1, 4.8. -1, 4.8. Keep in mind the scale. 4 to 5, there are 5 small squares. Therefore, each square is of 0.2 units. So therefore, the gradient, -1, 4.8, make a habit of writing down the point. This is 1, 0. Gradient will come out to be negative because the line is going down. 4.8 minus 0 divided by -1 minus 1. So 4.8 is 4.8, and this is -2. That comes out to be -2.4. That is the answer for this particular part. Now, the examiner has given us a range of values. So this is question 16. Let's have a look. So it is question 16. Let me have a look. So it says the range tangent drawn at this thing, the answer is -3 to -2. And then we also have these values. Just look at these, and we will soon be checking if these make sense or not. So now over here, let me go to the next part. So my answer is perfect, -2.4. By drawing a suitable straight line on the graph, find the solution of this equation. Now the equation is x cube over 5 minus 3x plus 2. X cube over 5 minus 3x. The plus 2 is missing. Now the strategy is we add +2 on the left, we add +2 on the right. We want to convert the left-hand side into exactly what is given. So we have x cubed, we have 5, we have negative, we have 3x, and +2 was missing. This is what we added. So whatever we added, that should also be added to the other side. Now this whole thing is y, so we will draw the line y is equals to 2. So that is the knowledge that's needed. So now let me draw a purple line, y is equals to 2. That is a line that's going like this. Okay. So we have drawn for part 2. This is the line y is equals to 2. It's cutting at 3 points. So this is 1 point. This is the other point. This is the third point. Okay. Now, this point is very obvious, that is 0. This point is -3 till -4, there are 10 small squares. So therefore, this is 3.8, 3.9. So I think I'll write 3.85. And again, this is 3.8, this is 3.9, this is 4. So this is 3.85. So I think I'll write three answers: -3.85, 0, +3.85. And yes, it lies within the range that's outlined in the exam mark scheme. So this thing is all good, all clear. Now, question number 17. This looks like similarity, congruency, geometry. So this is similarity, congruency, and geometry. Its similarity, congruency is basically part of geometry. Now the question says, each diagonal of a quadrilateral cube divides it into two congruent isosceles triangle. Read it again. Not only do they have to be congruent, they have to be isosceles also. That means two sides should be equal. Draw a ring around each of the quadrilateral, which shows this. Now, if it was about only congruent, then my answers would have been square and rectangle and rhombus and parallelogram. And depends on the trapezium also, maybe. Kite, yeah, also trapezium, maybe a kind of trapezium, also kite. But that's not what they're asking. They're asking congruent isosceles. That's only possible with a square. That's only possible with a rhombus. Why? Because all four sides are equal. Since all four sides are equal, that's the only way it will be an isosceles triangle. Congruency naturally will be there. Congruency will be there as well as isosceles triangle. Part B, AXB and CXD are straight lines. X is the midpoint. AC is parallel to DB. Show that the triangle is congruent to the other triangle, AXC. So first of all, let me mark some values, some lines. This is AC. This is the other one. Because of the midpoint, these two lengths are already equal. And we have this third one, we have this third one. Now, how would we go about it? We will say that this angle and this angle should be the same. Even before that. Or we can write this thing. AXC is the same thing as DXP. This is vertically opposite angles. That's the first reasoning. Then the next reasoning is that CX and XD are the same. CX and XD, they are same in length because it is given because of the midpoint. So that's the two pieces of information. The third piece of information is that this angle and this angle is the same because this is alternate angles. What's the name? CAX, and the other one DBX. This is alternate angles. So we have two angles and we have one side. So based upon angle, side, we will say, yes, the two triangles are congruent. So that's how this question is done. Question number 18, something very small. Sometimes they don't go in a proper order. Sometimes a very small question can come in between. So this is function. And let me also label the other one that looks like set notation. This one is set notation and Venn diagram. Now, first thing, fx is this, find f inverse x. Let y is equals to fx. Therefore, f inverse y equals to x. So therefore, y is equals to 3x minus 7, y plus 7 is 3x, y plus 7 divided by 3 is x, but x is what? X is f inverse y. So f inverse x is x plus 7 over 3. It's just a change of variable. We are dealing with P, Q, R, and we also need P complement. So let me first write P complement. So P complement is B, C, D, E is there, F, G, H, I is there, and J, because I'm needing this for this part. Now, first of all, find P union Q. So P union Q, this is P, this is Q. A is there. What's common? Let me highlight it separately. So what's common is I is, no, not that big. I is common, and A, E, F, G, H, I, and J. Okay, so that's the only thing that's common. So this is A, E, F, G, H, I, J, curly bracket, and this is P union Q. The second part, P complement intersecting with Q union R. So let me first write Q union R separately. So Q union R is C, D, E, F. Let me start writing C, D, E, F. What else is there? H, I, H, I, J. I hope I've not left out anything. So let me highlight it with orange color. So there is F over here. There is G over here. H, J, C, D, E. So this is F and this is G. I forgot G. So let me write G. So therefore, this is G over here. So FG is there, and then no harm in double checking. CDE, CDE, and HJ, H, and then J, and yes, I is also there. Okay, so this is Q union R, and then let me write P complement. So P complement is B, C, D, F, G, H, J. And now we are interested in the intersection. So what's common? C is common, D is common. So C is common, D is common, E is not there, F is there, F is there, G is there, H is there, and J is there. So these are the elements. They're not asking us the element, they're asking us the number. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 6 you will write away. Now, the last part of this question. So first of all, it's outside of B. That could be this, that could be this, that could be this, that could be this. So there are 4 options. So this is B complement, that's for sure. So B complement is there. But we are taking common with A and C. So A intersection C is the whole thing, but we are intersecting with B complement. So let me write A intersection C inside a bracket intersecting with B complement. Double check. This is B complement, and we are intersecting with the common of A and C, which is only this. So that's the answer for this part. Question number 20. That is circle properties, angle properties, circle angle properties. Now, ABCD are points on the circle. Find ADB, find BCD. Now, first of all, let me draw some lines. This is A till O, and then O till B. Then let me draw the other line. That's A till D, and then D till B. Now this angle is 70, therefore this angle should be 35. So ADB is half of 70 degrees, which is 35 degrees. No reasoning is asked. Angle at the center is twice the angle at the circumference. The next one is BCD. So now for BCD, draw a line like this, draw a line like this, and then one more like this, and this another one like this. So that's a cyclic quadrilateral. Keep that in mind. This is 70. Therefore, this one and this one is 180 minus 70 divided by 2. That is 55 degrees. So this is 55 degrees. This is 55 degrees. This whole thing, this is 25. This is 55. And let me call this as theta. So 25 plus 55 plus theta equals to 180 degrees. Opposite angles are supplementary in cyclic quadrilateral. So therefore 25 and this thing, that is 80. Therefore theta is 100 degrees. How many marks? 2 marks. So this is 100 degrees. Necessarily you have to show the steps. Question number 21, this is like algebra with indices. Question number 22 is probability. So let me highlight it. And over here. So let me simply write algebra. Factorize. 4 into negative 6, negative 24. So 4x squared plus 8x, negative 3x, negative 6. 4x, x plus 2 minus 3, x plus 2. X plus 2 is taken common, and 4x minus 3, that's it. Stop. Because it's not an equation. Keep that in mind. It is a must that these two things should come out to be the same. And what is left? We are left with this thing, which is 4x, which is 3 with a negative sign. So this is 4x, this is negative 3. That's how you get it. So this is x plus 2, and this is 4x minus 3. Now let me also check whether I've written everything in that blank space, because that is a must. So far it's going all good. Wherever, okay, over here I forgot. So T n S 3n plus 2, that's how, if you remember, you go back and you double check. All makes sense. So now let me go back over here. So this thing is done, the second one. Now remember a rule in indices, A over B raised to power of negative m, that is B over A raised to power of m. Basically, it is derived from this concept, A raised to power of negative m, 1 over A raised to power of m. So what we do is that we change the sign, we flip the fraction. So first of all, write this thing as x power 6 over 16 raised to power of positive half. 16 is basically 4 square. 4 square raised to power of half, that's 4, 2 into half, which is 4 power 1. We know the square root of 16 is 4. So this is 4 power 1. Let me write it properly. Okay. So therefore, what is happening in the numerator? This is x 6 into half. This is 4 square into half. So we are left with x raised to power of 3. This is 4 x raised to power of 3 over 4. That is the answer for this particular question. Okay. Now let me look at this question, which is probability. So probability. A bag contains these 9 letter tiles. Noor takes 1 tile at random from bags at random. She notes the letter, then puts it back. Find the probability she does not take an E. Now, first of all, I see 1S, 2S, and 3S. I see 1E and 2E. And then these are all separate. There is an O, there is an I, there is a C, and there is an L. So these are all different, but what we see is that there are two E's. So basically, probability of getting an E is 2/9. Probability of not getting an E is 7/9. So the answer is 7/9. That's the first thing. Noor now takes two of the 9 letters at random without replacement. Find the probability they both show the same tile. That means there is a possibility of taking the first S and the second S because there are 3-letter S, 3 tiles with those letters. Or there is a possibility of taking an E and then an E. So first of all, S, S, or E, E. But there are 3 S to start with, and we will be left with a 2. There are 2 E's to start with, we'll be left with a 1. Keep that in mind. So this is 3/9 into 2/8, or this is 2/9 into 1/8. The denominator decreases because this is without replacement. The numerator also decreases from 3 to 2 and from 2 to 1. So they are not asking us to reduce, so we should not be over smart. We should leave the answer as it is. 3 into 2 is 6. 2 into 1 is 2. Divided by 9 8s are 72. So that is 8/72. I can leave the answer as it is. If it was asked to be reduced, I would write this thing as 1/9. So that's a classic question of probability. So now another mensuration question. So this is about like circle and arcs and sectors. Circle, arcs, and sectors. Let's see which one is it. The diagram shows a major sector of a circle. So for the major sector, let me first outline the angle right away. That is 360 minus 80. That comes out to be 260. So this angle is 260. Calculate the area of the sector, give your answer in the form K pi, radius is 3. So the area is theta over 360 degrees into pi r squared. Theta is 260. 360 goes down into pi into r squared, which is 3 into 3. So now let's simplify. First of all, get rid of the zeros. Second thing, 2 into 13, 2 into 18. Okay. Next thing, this 3 and this 3, that will cancel out. So pi will remain as it is. So this is K is an integer. Okay. So 3 into 3 is 9, 9 into 2. So this is 13/2. This is 80, right? So no. One small mistake. This is not 260. This is 280. This is 280. Let me correct myself. Correct yourself before the examiner corrects you. So because I was just struck by the fact that it should be an integer, why my answer is coming out to be a decimal? So therefore, this is 280 divided by 360 into pi into r square, which is 3 into 3. Now let's simplify. Cancel off the zeros, first thing. Then 3 into 3 is 6, and this is 36. So cancel this, you're left with a 6. So 28 divided by 6. So 28/6, that's 14/3. So this is coming out to be 14/3. Let me just double check the answer. I have a slight doubt something is missing. So this is square, rhombus, and all this thing. And this is which question? I think it was 23. 7 pi. That's the final answer. Okay. If 0 scored is C for one answer, 2 pi. Okay. Let me just double check, because we have to maybe give the answer to the nearest integer. So first of all, This is 4. My bad. 9 and 30. So 3 into 3 is not 6, that's 9. So that's a 4, and 28 divided by 4, that's an exact answer, 7 pi. Otherwise, they would have asked us to round it off. Okay. So even you can make mistakes in such basic thing. So the first mistake that I did was that in that 280 thing. And the second mistake was that in canceling this out. So always make sure, always look at the wording. So remember the words ponder and deliberate before you hurry up to the next question. Okay. Now the next one, that again is an algebra question. So a lot of algebra questions are there spread around randomly. Solve this thing, a linear equation. 2 minus 5x is equals to 3 bracket 3x plus 10. That is 9x plus 30. This is 2 minus 5x. Minus 5x minus 9x is 30 minus 2. Minus 14x is 28. Therefore, x is 28 over negative 14, which comes out to be negative 2. That's the first one. Express as a single fraction. This is the question of LCM. So we have x minus 2. We have 2x plus 1. There is a minus sign over here. Now just focus on this. Take this 3, multiply with 2x plus 1. Take this 5, multiply with x minus 2. This minus in the middle remains in the middle. Okay, and these two brackets downstairs, the red bracket, which is 2x plus 1, the blue bracket, there is no need to multiply. Keep that in mind. Yes, we will simplify the numerator, definitely. 3 into 2x plus 1 minus 5 into x minus 2. Again, let me use the marker. So therefore, 3 into 2x plus 1. This is 5 into x minus 2. Now simplify the numerator. So therefore, the numerator is 6x plus 3. Use brackets excessively. 5x minus 10 divided by x minus 2, 2x plus 1. So therefore, 6x minus 5x, which is x, and 3 minus minus 10, which is 13, divided by x minus 2, 2x plus 1, and that's how the answer is written. Question 25 is written on the next page in case someone is tired and thinks that the paper is over. It's not over yet. And yes, the question is about vectors. So now let's get started. Nothing to worry about because you have been taught so well. OABC is a parallelogram. OPQR is also a parallelogram. OABC is one parallelogram and OPQR is a parallelogram. Vectors tells you direction. That's the basic thing. A is a point on OP and C is a point on OR. OA is A. This much is A. OC is C. This much is C. OA is to OP is 1:4. OA is to OP is 1:4. So let me write this thing. This feels important. OA is to OP is 1:4. In other words, 4OA is equals to OP. In other words, OP is 4A. And if I need AP, that will be 3A. I'm just writing some things for myself. So let me just highlight this. So this is like 1A. Let me write in red color. So this is 1A, and then another A, and then another A, and then another A. It's not drawn to scale, but I'm just giving you the idea. So this is the other 3A. And then similarly, OC is to CR is to 3. So OC is to CR. Let me write it over here. OC, no, not this marker. OC is to CR is 2:3. Therefore, if this is 2, let me now highlight it. If this is 2 units, then this is 3 units. Therefore, the whole thing is 5 units, correct? So let me write again. OC is to OR is 2:5, or OC is 2/5 of OR. Okay. So now that's all good. So there is rest of the thing is like this. So this is basically 2, this is 3, this is 1, this is 4. That's the ratio. Now it says find OR in terms of C. So OR in terms of C. So I think I'll be using this thing. OC is 2/5 OR. OR is 5/2 OC. OC is C. That's 5/2C. That's 5/2C. Find CQ as simply as possible. So when we talk about CQ, I can go from CR to RQ. That is CQ. So first of all, let me write what is CR. CR, OC is to CR is to 3. So let me start with this. OC is to CR is to 3. Therefore, 3/2 OC is CR. That's 3/2 C is CR. That's the first thing. So CR is found. Then RQ is the same thing as OP. RQ, because it's a parallelogram, it's the same thing as OP. OP is 4A. So this is 4A. So therefore, CQ is a CR plus RQ. CR plus RQ. CR is 3/2C. RQ is 4A. So this is 4A plus 3/2C. Leave it as it is. No need to simplify. Now the last part, only for 1 mark because it is difficult. The ratio of OABC to OPQR. So OABC to OPQR. Now this 1 is now transformed to 4. The whole thing is 4. This is 1:4. OA is to OP is 1:4. Basically, let me write 3 over here. This is in a ratio 1:3. This is in a ratio 2:3. Now, if I use the concept that there is some angle over here, theta, and I need to find the area of this thing, a triangle. So I'll say half AB sine C, and this area will be the same. So basically, first of all, let me write this knowledge. Area of triangle is half AB sine C, and area of parallelogram will become AB sine C. Keep that in mind, because it will be 2 times this thing. This is 2 times area of triangle. That's why the half is gone. Now for this one, let me highlight this figure, the orange one. So for this orange thing, the area would be half is gone. That's A into C. So area of orange, OABC, that's A into C into sine of that angle theta. Whereas area of OPQR, instead of A, this whole thing is 4A. Instead of this thing being C, this much is C, this is 2.5C, because this is 3/2C. So now let me write it. Let me erase this. Let me erase this. Let me erase this. Now this whole thing is 4A. Now this whole thing is C plus 3/2C, which is 5/2C. So this is 4A into 5/2C into the same thing, sine theta. When I divide, we have AC sine theta. We have 4 into 5 over 2 into A into C into sine theta. The A and the C and the A and the C and the sine theta and the sine theta cancel out. We are left with 1. This is 2 ones are, 2 twos are. So the answer comes out to be 1:10. So therefore, this answer over here is 1:10. That is the ratio of the areas. Yes, it was a tricky part, but only for 1 mark. Actually, it's worth more than that, but it's only for 1 mark. And this is 343 right now. So the rest of the questions, that is question number 16 till 25. We started at, I think, 308. And this is 343. So how much time it is? So 43 and 45, so 35 minutes. Yeah, 35 minutes for doing this thing. So basically we did the whole paper in a time period of what? 69 minutes. That's like 1 hour, 9 minutes. That's 1 hour, 9 minutes in doing the whole paper very casually by taking, the break time is not included. So if I include like 3 minutes break, so that would be 1 hour and 12 minutes, which is a very good thing in order to get your A star. That completes the paper.